You guys said we should give this a go, so we've only gone and done it. This is our balaclava. Baklava? No, I'll work it out later on.
You were close. It's baklava, and it is incredibly sweet, and that's where we're going to start with our sugar syrup, which is made with rose water, and later on we come to nuts, which is walnuts, almonds, pistachios, layered up between filo pastry. It is amazing in small portions.
That's not rose water. That's orange blossom.
Did I say rose water?
You did.
Thank you for correcting me.
Oh,
I'll explain why I said rose water later on. First off, sugar syrup. So water going in there, followed by sugar.
This is a sweet recipe, I take it.
Yeah, and the juice of 1 lemon. So if you can just halve that and squeeze the lemon in there. Now the reason I got confused was because I've made baklava lots of times before, well lots, maybe 4 or 5 times before. Right. I've always done it with lemon, honey, and rose water.
Sounds like a shampoo.
But when we asked you guys for your versions of baklava, you suggested orange blossom water. So that's what we're going to do. It's very different. It's got a slight citrusy twang, but it's still very floral, perfumed.
No, I
it's
like
lovely,
it.
really, really good. So 2 tablespoons of that.
Have you tried that on at all? Tell you what's going to drive the girls insane, or a massive rash. I'm not too sure. We'll find out.
Right, so heat that up to a boil. And you need to simmer it for about 10-15 minutes so it's really very, very syrupy. In the meantime, we can do all of our filling. The filling is a combination of walnuts, almonds, and pistachios. So lots of suggestions for which nuts to use. Traditionally walnuts, almonds. Somebody said pistachios, albeit not traditional. A great suggestion, so we're going to include them because I like the green colour. We've always got some in the studio, so we're going to use some of those. Although other people said it was traditional. 2 part walnut, 1 part pistachio, 1 part almond. All going into a blender, or a food processor. And then you just blend it up to a nutty kind of dust. There aren't many other ways of doing that. You can do it in a pestle and mortar or in a tea towel and kind of just bash them all up. But that gives you a much, much better result. Next comes our filo pastry. Now we buy this as it is, frozen from a supermarket, ready to go. Very, very thin sheets of pastry. Okay, you can make it your own. Traditionally it would be. It's very, very difficult, so buying it is a good sheet. If you can just roll those out, we get a container, pistachio coloured. I'm just gonna butter the inside of it. So you can line it, but I think actually just greasing the inside of this will do a similar job.
One thing I massively struggled with in the development of this was how to pronounce this.
Yes.
Of which you guys helped us out with. The best one we used was baklava. Baklava.
Baklava. Yeah,
baklava.
But with the accent on the first syllable.
Yeah, so
baklava.
Get it? I'm still struggling.
Right, filo pastry. 1 sheet into the base of our dish. Cover it with butter and go again. So if you can just, I'll butter, you layer. And we want 4 layers on the bottom, then all of our nuts. So the combination of walnut, pistachio and almond, the whole lot goes in there and spread it out. Now some people say you can put another layer of filo pastry in the middle. You can do, but actually for me it's about getting crunch either side.
Yeah.
So top and bottom and soggy chewy nuts in the middle. There's one person said the perfect piece of baklava is crisp, chewy, soggy and sweet all in one.
That's a lot of things to do at one time.
Well, that's what we're aiming for. More filo pastry. Push it down so it's nice and compact and then cut it. Cut it at this stage before you bake it is much easier than trying to cut it afterwards when it's crispy.
How many pieces are you going to try and make out of this?
Lots. You want to cut these to the really small portions because it is very, very sweet. Once that syrup is reduced and we pour it over later on, it sets and it becomes super sticky.
So this is the first time I've actually seen baklava. But if you guys know any other way of presenting this, then make sure you take a photo of it and send it to us. #sorted baklava.
Even if you're not going to go to the effort of making it yourself, we definitely want to see the photos of when you see it out and about, because if you haven't made it, you might have tasted it. And at this point, it goes into an oven at 180 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes. It'll go nice and golden, very, very crisp on top. Then we can take it out and pour over our sugar syrup. And there it is, after half an hour of baking, nice and golden.
It's proper crumbly, isn't it?
Yes, very crumbly. I mean, that is just really dry roasted nuts with some buttered filo pastry. Cut again in between all of those pieces to loosen it up with a knife. And then our sugar syrup.
All that sugar's gone.
Well, it's not gone, it's just reduced down, but yeah. And then dribble it all over, make sure you cover everywhere. Dribble it all in, and what will happen is that soaks into the pastry and the nuts and falls down between all those little gaps. Leave it at room temperature for a good couple of hours to completely set up, and then it'll be sticky enough to actually cut, eat, and enjoy.
I'm enjoying this bit already.
Once it's completely set and the syrup has had chance to cool right down, and this is super sticky now.
That is proper sticky. Now, I've got you guys to thank for this recipe, because if it wasn't for you guys, I would never have found out about this.
Is this new to you?
This is completely new to me, and it looks incredible. I think I might become addicted to this one. It's got all the things I love in it.
And there we go, super sticky, but that is one hell of a nutty treat. It's our very own baklava sorted. Not sure how big a piece of this you'll need. Not very.
Work my way up for this.
But try that.
Oh my god.
I'll tell you what, the orange blossom makes a difference. Good suggestion.
It's a lot less floral.
It's the little flecks of pistachio. Look at that.
They make
It's as if we planned it. It's as if we planned it.
If you want this recipe, then it's down in the description box below.
And please subscribe if you aren't. And that way, it's all free and you don't miss a thing.
It's free. You've got no excuse not to. You hear me? Do it.